I'm really happy, this marriage and efforts of both of us actually. It's actually two states, Chetan Bhagat might have written, I don't know from where, but it's actually two states in my life. I come from we are not conservative, but we come from a society where people do not want to break into anything new. Whatever is continuing, they like to go in that flow. And yeah, it was not that easy. My parents took their time, but I definitely knew that if they'll meet her, they'll love her.
It's taken him so many years and so many efforts for us, both of us, to be here today. And all his efforts for us also. मुझे याद है, we had not even met when we started talking to each other.
Well, 10 years, I guess, it has been, mix of both ups and downs. I remember how I started talking to her. Actually, it was never like, I thought that she would talk to me at first, honestly. It was like, कि ठीक है, मतलब, चलो ठीक है, hi, hello किया है. मतलब, I always felt कि मतलब, I am not somebody who can maybe, talk to girls and maybe had that knack of it, talking to somebody. Because I was in school, always, into my studies, not really. मैंने कभी उस चीज़ पे ध्यान ही नहीं दिया कि मतलब there is this, I think there is a art to it, I guess, to talk.
We started talking first during 2013 through a mutual friend. ऐसे Facebook पे बात हुई कि अच्छा ठीक है आप ऐसे when you find somebody interesting or a friend of friend, you tend to eventually talk. तो थोड़ी बहुत बात होती थी. Then we used to on and off. I used to be not very interested. I used to be on and off. He, of course, he was also preparing for his exam, so he was also on and off चल रहा था हमारा बहुत. Suddenly it took us 6 long months, 7 long, 8 long months, started talking to each other, started knowing each other, acha, taking interest, and then he said yes, acha, theek hai, let's see how this works.
If you ask me till today, it has never been that typical, that kind of relationship sort of a thing which people talk about, where people say fancy good things. It has actually been a beautiful part of this journey. So I somewhere realized, that more than these lovey-dovey talks, because you might fall in love with somebody's face, their looks, you might, that might stay for maybe 6 months, a year. After that, the looks don't last. It's always the chemistry which you have. Friendship is more important, I believe, in every relationship. So I guess there was a point where I realized that, I did not have to make those efforts to tell her what is going on in my life. She would know it by my voice. And she knew things about me more than what I knew about myself, like what I wanted in my life. I've been in situations where I did not know what to do. Like, it's like about joining Navy itself. After my college, I was placed. Then I had this option to join forces, and so I was in a dilemma whether I should go for forces or should I not. I would have been earning better, maybe, whatever. She told me, listen to your heart, and this is something which you have always been looking for. So I think these small things has kept me going for these many years.
Trust, loyalty, and I would say caring nature for each other. That is something that's been like the core for our relationship. And we've been long distance all throughout. It's only last year that he's come on the same place as I have, Bombay. Usse pehle he was always long distance.
And I guess kahin na kahin that we were staying apart, every single time that we got a chance to meet, maybe even at metro stations. I remember she would come from her college for some fest in Delhi, and then at 5 o'clock she would come to metro station. I would cook something, and in a tiffin I would get it for. I think those things were beautiful. I look back and I think I remember those days so vividly, and I used to actually look forward to those things. every time that I used to meet her, there used to be a change, because of course, 6 months is a long time. There used to be times when it used to be even more. So seeing her after that long, I guess she used to make all those efforts to come all the way, whenever, even because her place of work used to be a little far, but we used to make it work. We used to actually make efforts to make it work. I think that is what which has kept us going all these years.
Well, I'm very lucky, I would say, in this way, that I got to experience it not just for 1 or 2 years, but with one guy for such a long time. I think very few girls get this opportunity, and it's a beautiful journey. I remember so many people ask me, "Are 6 years okay, 7 years okay?" And for me, it's just like 6 days or 6 months. Like, I don't even feel like कि अरे इतने साल हो गए. The numbers just keep rolling, and
holding on through all the years. She has made me a different person. Actually, I've grown up. I've actually grown with her. From a teenager to an adolescent. Now, I don't know what stage I'm in now. So, but yeah, we have grown. 10 years is actually, I look back and I feel, it was just yesterday that I saw her, and we sometimes do get nostalgic, those places, those small things. We never knew. Who could have imagined, that one fine day I'm seeing a person maybe on Facebook, and 10 years later I'll be marrying that person. Even though she's staying that far from her family, I think she still keeps her parents in her heart. And I think, she knows, where she comes from. No matter where she'll reach, she'll always know where she comes from. So yeah, I think culmination of all these things, I would say she's pretty decisive. She knows what to do and very understanding. A very good friend before anything, and a great daughter, I would say, to her parents, and hopefully to my parents too, which I can see, which I definitely see. She's doing better than what I'm doing currently. So yeah, hopefully that lasts. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean
just to be with you and fix what I've broken.
Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason.
There goes my hand shaking, and you are the reason. My heart keeps bleeding. I need you now.
If I could turn back the clock, I'd make sure the light defeated the dark. I'd spend every hour of every day keeping you safe, and I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to
What is love? Coming back after a long sail, and so you want to, as soon as you come back, that thing, oh, I have to just change and I have to get back, and let's plan what we have to do. When you are having those highs where you want to share your happiness, the other person to actually tell you, oh, you have done great, on your lows, to be on your shoulder and tell you, and pat you and tell you, okay, it's fine, you are better than this. And I think this is what love is. This is why we require a person in our life.
शेर यज़दान कुव्वते परवरदिगार शाह मर्दान शेर यज़दान कुव्वते परवरदिगार लापता हिलाली लसे फिला जुल्फ़कार
tell me to calm down. Look all around us here. Fall. It's easy to see from down here. If I'm not swinging, then the war is won. Caught before I'm falling for it all in front of us. Lightning struck the heavens, open rising over you. And isn't it obvious? You're right in front of me with the answer, with the answer. Sun.
I think one very important element in any relationship, and especially ours, is trust and loyalty. Even though we've been working in different cities, different room, it's the trust does not mean that you don't talk to anybody in this world. It just means that you keep that person who is closer to you one step ahead of everybody else, and you always come back home to that person. I think that's what kept us going for so many years, and hopefully I think that promise is going to continue, and it's going to continue till forever. And for me, it's just like 6 days or 6 months. Like, I don't even feel like कि अरे इतने साल हो गए. The numbers just keep rolling, and I think love is when you don't know when time flies. I think that's what it is. It's just passes by. And each day you're like, अरे यार, अभी ये भी करना है, अभी ये भी करना है, अभी हम यहाँ पहुँच गए. You know, suddenly we are 30. We started when we were 20. So yeah, love is when time flies with the other person. Yeah.
And honestly, this marriage, I guess, is just a validation to those 10 years. I believe we'll still keep continuing as we were like maybe 5 years back, 7 years back, or maybe how we started. It's just, now that, officially I can call her mine. That is one thing. And I'm really glad that I could find somebody like that. And I think all in all, I cannot ask for more. There's actually all these culmination of all these things coming together. So she's not alone in anything. It's a journey that we'll take on together, and both the highs and the lows. I just hope I just keep her happier than what I've kept her in past. Make her feel, truly loved, I guess.
छड़ के मैं जाना तेरे नाल वे ओ बाबुल दी निकिया बाबा अम्मी दी सारियां दुआवां सारी सखियां दी यादां नू संभाल मैं ते जाना तेरे नाल माहिया मैं ते जाना तेरे नाल ढोलना मैं ते जाना